Hi, thanks for watching Yogi Moksha with Vanessa and Andrew. If you enjoy our sequences, please consider subscribing and providing feedback. We enjoy hearing from those that share our passion for yoga. In our functional energetic sequence, we started to explore energetic movement through the body's subtle energy channels. We started to understand that this movement and harmonisation of energy is important for overall health. In traditional Chinese medicine, it is qi that moves through 12 main meridians. In Indian philosophy, it is prana, moving through nadis. In more recent research, the focus has been on myofascial meridians that loosely follow many of the Chinese medicine meridians. Myofascial meridians are bands that allow chemical and electrical energy to move through the body. These bands are part of the single connective tissue network that is present in every part of our body. It is these myofascial meridians that we work with in our practice and that we will work with in this sequence. Often, these meridians are worked in their yin-yang pairs, and this is how we will work with the meridians in this sequence. The sequence we will practice seeks to restore some balance, helping to ensure a healthy flow of qi throughout the body. By increasing our store of qi, increasing our perception of energy in the body, and hence our ability to follow and ultimately move that energy, and ensuring the energy channels, meridians, are free of blockages. So enjoy the practice. Namaste. The pericardium and triple burner meridians relate to the function of circulation and protection of the heart, as well as intake, transformation, and elimination functions. The pericardium meridian's primary pathway starts at the tip of the middle finger, crosses the palm up the middle of the inside of the arm, past the armpit to a point near the nipple. The triple burner meridian starts at the tip of the ring finger on the nail side and runs up the outside of the arm to the shoulder, where it becomes an internal pathway before emerging again on the neck, and from there up around the ear, ending at the outer side of the eye. Disharmony in the pericardium and triple burner meridians can manifest as pain in the heart area, poor circulation, some stomach problems, and mental problems. Also deafness, ringing in the ears, bloating, and urinary difficulties. The sequence we will practice seeks to restore some balance to the pericardium and triple burner meridians, helping to ensure a healthy flow of qi throughout the body and restore self-esteem. The sequence will help us develop resilience in these two core areas of bodily function, the conversion of what we intake into energy, and the protection of the heart that pumps blood to all physical parts of that body. Enjoy. So, finding yourself in a comfortable position, either just seated on a block like me or legs crossed, however you're comfortable. We're just going to settle in with a little bit of natural breathing focus, just to bring our attention to one point, ready for the next 90 minutes of our practice. So bringing the eyes to a close if you're comfortable with that. If not, maybe just moving the gaze towards the floor, the mat. Just breathing in and out, natural breath, no particular pattern or rhythm. Just becoming aware of the movement of air over the tip of the nostrils. Cooler air as we breathe in, and warmer air as we exhale again through the nostrils. Always inhaling and exhaling through the nose in our yin practice. Inhale and exhale. Gradually bringing our attention, our focus in from sensations or stimulus further away, bringing it in towards the body, internalizing the senses. Starting to recalibrate the senses, ready for the perception of some fairly fine sensations in those meridians. Inhale and exhale. Just another breath or two here. And on your next exhale, just coming out of your seated position, removing the block if you're using one. We're going to start our practice today with a posture that's going to target the pericardium, the inside of the arm. And we're going to do that by sitting on our ankles at Cesar. I'll practice facing the camera, and Vanessa will maybe do it to the side so you can get the two perspectives. When we're comfortable here, we're just going to take the left arm behind us, the middle of the back, the right arm over the top. I'll just turn around briefly. So taking the left arm up, right arm over the top. Joining if we can. If we can't and we find our arms are like this, then we can use a towel or a strap. But if we can, just use something to maintain a link between the two arms. So our physical target area here is the inner arm of the top arm, so the right arm. And also we're going to feel some sensation in the scapula across the shoulders, across the upper body. Just finding our edge there. Relaxing the muscles. Maybe the posture begins to open up a little bit. Maybe we can adjust. Just finding some stillness. Mental, physical stillness. Calm, soft stillness. To take our attention to the tip of the middle finger on the right hand. Just drawing a line or drawing that energy up. The inside of the arm, coming up towards the armpit. And exhaling, just allowing that energy or movement to back down the middle of the arm. Across the palm to the tip of the middle finger. One more time guided, starting at the middle right finger, inhale, drawing that energy up the middle, inside middle of the arm, right up towards the armpit, coming in and just hooking around. And exhaling, moving back down through the upper arm, forearm, tip of the finger. Just continue a couple more times there and you're having time. Inhaling and exhaling. Just gently release. You just shake the arms a little bit. We're just going to go to the other side now, so exactly the same to the other side. As with a lot of these asymmetrical postures, don't be surprised if you find that there's a very different level of flexibility on each side. So again, I'll just turn around quickly, and this time we're going to take the right arm behind us, left arm over the top. Relaxing the muscles around the shoulders, scapula. Maybe the posture begins to open up a little bit. Maybe we can adjust. But just finding some stillness. And then using that soft, relaxed stillness to take our attention to the tip of the middle finger on the left hand. And as we did on the other side, as we inhale, just drawing a line or drawing that energy up. Finger across the palm, up the inside of the arm, coming up towards the armpit. And exhaling, just allowing that energy or movement to back down the middle of the arm, across the palm to the tip of the left middle finger. One more time. Tip, middle left finger, inhale. Moving up across the palm, wrist, forearm, upper arm, up towards the armpit. And exhaling, moving back down through the upper arm, forearm, wrist, palm, tip of the finger. Just continuing a couple more times there and you're having time. You can choose whether to coordinate with the breath or not. It's entirely up to you. Quite often people find it useful to help trace the movement of the energy. The pericardium function is related to the circulation and protection of the heart. Unlike other meridians, it's not actually attached to a particular organ function. But if we have stomach or chest issues, it can sometimes be a sign of disharmony. Continuing to move that energy up and down. And gently relaxing. So our next posture we're going to move straight into is going to target the triple burner. So starting from the tip of the ring finger up the outside of the arm, back of the shoulder, neck, ear and forehead. And we're going to do that by either adopting just a cross-legged position to start as a base, or if you prefer, you could use shoelace. Again, if Vanessa does it to the side, that'll give you another perspective. You're just going to settle in, make sure you're comfortable. If you're finding shoelace a little bit uncomfortable, you can always do shoelace sitting on a block, which does take some of the pressure out of the knees. So if you wanted to try shoelace but concerned about the knees, you could try that. And then with the arms, we're just going to take the arms, go into what's often called eagle arms. So we're going to take the right arm and place it on top of the left. And as far as we can, we're going to try and cross the arms so that the palms are touching. Hopefully you can see that. one of us. And again, if this is too challenging, then just start with, you can just wrap the arms around you, as long as the right arm's on top. Still get many of the benefits. So whichever option you're in, just finding some first edge, relaxing. Maybe seeing that posture just open up a little bit, adjusting. Finding stillness. Taking that attention, using that stillness, taking the attention down to the tip of the ring finger on the right arm, the arm on top. And then we'll just, as we inhale, draw that line of that energy up across the back of the hand, up the outside of the arm, up to the back of the shoulder, out again at the neck, around the ear, up to the forehead. And as we exhale, we're going to come all the way back down. Forehead, side of the head, ear, neck, shoulder, down the outside of the right arm, back of the hand, tip of the ring finger. Just continuing with that a few rounds at your own time, your own pace. Maybe coordinated with the breath, maybe not. But however you choose to do it, just making sure the focus is on feeling and understanding the sensations as you move up that meridian line or band. Maybe noting where the sensation is stronger or a little weak, or maybe doesn't even exist on that band. And just seeing how that changes during this practice and over future practices. One more time, inhaling. Outside the head, the ear, the forehead, and exhaling, bringing that energy back down. Gently releasing and crossing over. So if you did the shoelace, you might want to just change sides, settling back in. So this time we're going to bring the left arm on top of the right, and otherwise exactly the same as the other side. So either crossing the arms, if you prefer to do that, or bringing the hands up into eagle arms, just getting as close as you can to palms touching. Remembering that it's yin and we don't want to be forcing things, and we're going to be here for quite a while, a good 3 minutes. So a little bit of discomfort is okay, but we don't want to push it too hard. So finding that first edge, relaxing the muscles across the upper body, the shoulder, scapula. Maybe adjusting if things open up a bit. Finding our stillness that allows us to move in and out of the posture as we need to. And taking our attention to the ring finger on the left hand, the nail there on the outside. And as we inhale, drawing that line or energy up the back of the hand, outside of the arm, coming up the back of the shoulder, internalising, coming out at the left neck, up around the ear, and up to the forehead. And as we exhale, coming back down, forehead, side of the head, ear, neck, shoulder on the back, down the outside of the left arm, across the back of the hand, ring finger. Just continuing again, keep going, inhaling, moving energy up, and exhaling, moving energy down. So the Jiao, or triple burner, is related to the intake, transformation and elimination functions in the body. So quite central in terms of ensuring that the functions of some of the other meridians and organs are coordinated, and that food and water are broken down and transformed into energy or chi. And gently releasing the arms. Coming into another posture. In this posture, we're going to target both meridians, one after the other. We're going to start with the pericardium and then the triple burner. And to do that, we're going to come onto all fours with the hips above the knees. And we're just going to walk the arms out in front. So, arms out in front to start. And we're going to allow the chest to move towards the mat, sometimes called melting heart. Now in this posture, obviously we can, if we wanted to, we could support ourselves with a bolster under the front just to take some weight off. If that's more comfortable. We can rest our head on the mat. We can rest our head on the bolster as Vanessa's demonstrating. And again, finding that first edge. Relaxing the muscles in the upper body and the scapula, shoulder area. Finding some stillness. Taking our focus to the middle finger, the inside of the middle finger in both arms. And as we inhale, drawing that energy up the inside of the arms towards the armpit, and just hooking over at the top there. Exhaling all the way back down the inside of the arms, wrist, palms, finishing at the middle finger. One more time, inhale, middle finger, palm, wrist, inside of the arms, up towards the armpits. Exhale, moving that energy back down. So again, just working that pericardium meridian. Continue with that movement, or the observation of movement, in your own time. It's a soft stillness. We allow the body to move as it needs to in the posture. If we're finding our breath is getting a little bit choppy, then it's normally a sign that we've gone a little bit too deep. Maybe we need to back out and support ourselves with a prop. But otherwise, just allowing the body to open up. Inhaling, drawing that energy up the inner arms. Exhaling, moving it back down. Now you can either continue in this posture, or if you want to explore just what changing the position of the arms can do for the same posture. If we were to maintain our posture but just take our arms out towards the side, not necessarily 90 degrees, but yeah, maybe a good sort of 45 or 60 degrees, then there's going to come a point where you might feel that the emphasis moves from the inside of the middle finger to the outside of the ring finger, so where we've got our triple burner meridian. So if you're interested, just give that a try. Moving those arms out, and then this time again in both hands, so both ring fingers, starting at the nail, coming up the back of the hands, inhale, back of the hands, outside of the arm, up to the shoulder, internalizing, coming forward, coming back out at the neck, up both sides of the neck, round both ears, side of the head, coming together at the forehead. And drawing that energy back down, forehead, side of the head, ears, neck, to the back shoulder, down the outside of the both arms, finishing up at the ring finger on both hands. So again, continuing at your own pace, drawing energy up the outside of the arms, neck, side of the head, and exhaling back down. Maybe one more round. Drawing energy up. And exhale, taking that energy back down to the fingertip. And just gently walking the arms back in. So getting ready for our first rebound. So either lying on your back or your front, whichever you prefer. But I do recommend when we're working with the upper body that we do actually lie down fully for the rebound, front or back, rather than support ourselves. That allows us to relax the upper body. And in our rebound, maybe we close our eyes if we're comfortable, and then take our attention to the target areas we've been working, so inner arms, outside of the arm, upper body. Just open the mind to what, if any, sensations are moving through that part of the body. particular, whether there's any sensation in the arms. Inside or outside. Trying to identify in our own words what that sensation might be. Like vibration or a warmth or a cool wave. Maybe it's using those meridian band pathways that we have just been working with. Maybe it's moving up the inside of the arm and down the outside, or vice versa. We'll all have a different experience. In our rebound and between practices, you'll have a very different experience yourself. But the important thing is to try and understand what the sensations after the postures are. This helps improve our perception, allowing us to discern more and more subtle movements in our practice. Our next breath, we're going to come to a seated position again. So again here you can choose to cross your legs, or maybe you even go into Seiza, sitting on your heels. But I'm going to go with crossed legs here. And we're going to target, the meridian we're going to target here is the pericardium. So we're going to come up the inside of the arm and just hook around at the top of the armpit. We're going to do that on the right arm first. So the way we're going to do that is with a twist. So we're going to take our right hand behind and place it sort of middle of the back there. But we want to make sure that the inside of the arm is facing out, rather than that way. So facing out, and then the left hand can just rest on the right knee. So just finding your physical edge there. So our target area here is obviously going to be the inside of the arm. But you may find that there's a bit of a twist in the obliques, something up in the shoulder. But our primary focus is this inside arm. So it's relaxing the muscles. Not using this left hand to drag us around at all. The focus is very much here. We can lean back a little bit. And just finding some stillness here as we settle in. Mental, physical stillness. Taking our attention down to the right hand, so the middle finger on the right hand, the inside, as we inhale, drawing that energy up the inside of the arm, up towards the armpit and just hooking over, just here. And moving that energy back down the inside of the arm, across the palm, finger, fingertip, middle finger, right hand. One more time, fingertip, middle finger, inhaling, drawing the energy up, wrist, forearm, upper arm, round the top of the armpit, and exhaling, moving that energy back down the inside of the arm, forearm, wrist, palm, fingertip. Again, just continuing with that movement at your own pace. Really trying to tune in to the sensations as you do either trace that line or actually move that energy up and down the arm. Trying to recognise where the sensation is stronger and weaker, what it feels like in the posture. We can compare that to how it feels in the rebounds afterwards. If we need to adjust a little bit by leaning back, that's fine. Last time, maybe drawing up from the fingertip, across the palm, wrist, forearm, upper arm, round the armpit. Exhaling back down the inside of the arm, across the palm to the fingertip. And now just gently releasing that right arm behind us. So now we're going to move to the left arm and we're going to work with the triple burner on the left hand. So the outside of the arm, back of the shoulder, neck, coming up to the forehead. And the way we're going to do that, we're going to stay in exactly the same position. Our right hand is going to be behind us, but much more relaxed this time. We're not taking any of the stress there. And we're going to extend the left arm. Not going to drag ourselves around, but we're going to extend the left arm. So you can already feel stretch down here. And just rest it on this left knee. Some people might prefer to just do that on the mat. But try it on the knee first and see how you feel. As we do that, remembering not to take any of the stress in the right hand. So our target area here is going to be, again, we're going to get something in the obliques, primarily down the outside of this left arm. So just finding that first edge, relaxing the muscles. As they relax, maybe we get the opportunity to just adjust a little bit more, moving in or out as we need to. And then we find stillness. Stillness in the body and the mind. Nice, soft, relaxed stillness, not a rigid stillness. We don't want to be engaging muscles, we're doing yin. We take our attention down to that ring finger on the left hand. As we inhale, we draw that energy up the outside of the arm, and the back of the shoulder, up neck, ear, side of the head, forehead, and exhaling, take it all the way back down, forehead, side of the head, ear, neck, out to the back, the shoulder, around the outside, down the outside of the arm, across the top of the hand, finishing up at the nail of the ring finger on the left hand. Again, just continuing with that. At your own pace. remembering it's more important to feel the sensations as you move up and down rather than try and do a certain number. Because of its functions or relationships to intake, transformation and elimination, the Jiao or Triple Burner Meridian relates quite strongly to lung, stomach, kidney and bladder functions. So as we said before, it's really quite an important central meridian, and one that there could be considerable benefits in working with to make sure that there's no disharmony or blockage. So maybe one more nice slow round, looking from that fingertip, inhaling up the outside of the arm, shoulder, neck, ear, forehead, and exhaling all the way back down, outside of the arm, back of the hand to the ring finger. And releasing. So again, we're now just going to swap to the other side. So we started off with the pericardium on the right hand, so we're now going to work with the pericardium on the left hand. So if I remember, we did that by taking our arm behind us and trying to ensure that the inside of the arm is pointing out to the side, and then just resting the right hand on the left knee. Physical target area here is the inside of the arm, left arm, and maybe something on the obliques as we twist. We're not using the right hand to drag us around, that's just resting here. And so we find our edge, that first physical point of resistance. We relax the muscles in the arm and around the shoulder. As we do so, maybe the posture is going to open up a little bit for us. Maybe we can move in a little more deeply, or maybe we need to back off a little bit. Just finding that point of stillness, finding some stillness in the body and the mind. As with other postures, you can explore the effect of the position of the head. Always bringing it back to the effect on the target area, so the inner arm. Finding that stillness now, taking our attention down to the middle finger on the left hand. As we inhale, drawing that energy up. The inside of the left arm, just hooking around the top of the armpit. And as we exhale, back down the inside of the arm, wrist, across the palm, finishing at the middle finger on the left hand. Continue with that on your own. Moving the energy up and moving the energy back down. as well as issues around the stomach and chest. If there's some disharmony in this meridian, disharmony is also related to having a difficulty to express emotions or having phobias. So again, that's something that we can work with when we're working with this meridian, trying to ensure that there are no blockages. Drawing the energy up and moving it back down. So again, moving forward for less intensity in the inner arm. And if you want a little bit more, just opening it up a bit more, just taking the weight back a little bit. If you start to feel tingling in that arm, it's probably a sign that maybe trapping a nerve, so just come forward a little bit, just take the pressure off. Last time, inhaling, drawing the energy up the inner arm, up to the armpit, and exhaling, taking it all the way back down. Gently releasing. And again, as we've done on the other side now, we're going to move to the right hand. We're going to keep the same seated position. We're going to work with the right hand. We're going to work with the triple burner meridian on the right hand. And we're going to do that by taking the left hand back behind us, but relaxed. Extending that right arm straight out. Just twisting the body a little. Already starting to feel maybe some stress, a bit of a stretch all down the outside of that arm. So our physical target area here is going to be the outside of this right arm. We'll feel something in the obliques as we're twisting. Keeping this arm straight. Taking our attention firmly to this outside right arm. Here may be somewhere that you find just allowing that head to drop forward a little bit. Maybe that also adds a bit more intensity down this outside of the right arm. Not for everybody, but for some people. So explore a little with that position. Relaxing the muscles. Finding stillness. Calm, soft stillness. Not a rigid, muscular stiffness. Nice and relaxed. With that stillness, we can take our attention down to that ring finger on the right hand. And as we inhale, we can draw that energy up across the back of the hand, coming up the outside of the arm, around the back of the shoulder, internalising, coming out again at the neck, round the ear, and up, side of the head to the forehead. As we exhale, taking that energy all the way back down, forehead, round the ear, neck, shoulder, outside of the right arm, down to the fingertip, the ring fingertip. Maintaining that movement for yourself. energetic movement or the tracing of the line along the meridian band. Making sure that we're not allowing any muscular tension into the left hand. No need to be dragging ourselves round with our right either. We're just opening up that meridian, down that right arm, up through the neck, side of the head. Moving that energy up and down. Calm, relaxed breath. Maybe the breath and the energy is coordinated. One last time from the fingernail of the ring finger, inhaling, drawing that energy up. Neck, ear, side of the head, forehead, and exhale, drawing that energy all the way back down the side of the head, outside of the arm. And gently releasing. So again, moving to a rebound here, slightly longer rebound than normal. Coming to a lying position, so front or back, but whichever you're doing, don't prop yourself up. Much better if we can just relax, lie on the back. Arms and legs relaxed. Bringing the eyes to a close if we're comfortable. If not, just picking a point on the ceiling and defocusing. And taking our attention to the upper body, maybe the shoulders, but more the upper and lower arms. Tuning in and opening the mind to discern what, if any, sensations we can feel there. Sometimes it takes a few seconds or a minute for those sensations to emerge after we come out of a posture. Just becoming aware of any such sensations that arise in that area around the arms or move through. Noting what those sensations feel like, how you might describe them, where they're coming from and where they're going to. But always just observing, not controlling or moving. Maybe if you can, just contrasting those sensations with the sensations in the similar area when we were in the posture. How do they compare? Again, on the next inhale, getting ready for our next posture. So probably best to lie on your front. We're going to take the right arm. We'll start with the right arm. And we're going to bend it, so we're not going to, quite often with this we extend the arm, but we want to bend the arm with the palm facing down. And from here, we're just going to roll back towards that arm. Now you might want a block to support your head. I quite often find that useful. Quite often this posture is practiced with a straight arm, and it's possible to roll a lot further back, but with our arm bent like this, that's not easily achievable, so don't try and force going too far, but just rolling a little bit back, really opening up this target area, the inner arm, and particularly the scapula and shoulder. So relaxing the muscle in the shoulder. Finding that edge, relaxing, maybe adjusting, finding some stillness. The left arm can be in front, or you could take it behind. And then with the stillness that we've got across the body and the mind, we take our attention to the middle finger of the left hand. As we inhale, just drawing that energy up the inside across the palm, wrist, forearm, up the inside of the arm, up towards the armpit, and just hooking over the armpit before we exhale, come back down all the way on the right arm, inside of the right arm, forearm, wrist, palm, back down to the inside of the middle finger. Just continue with that at your own pace. Drawing the energy up. And moving the energy back down the inside of that right arm. Each time we practice with any meridian, we're adding to the store of chi that we have in our bodies. Chi or prana or energy, whatever you choose to call it. But each time we practice with a particular meridian or meridian pair, we're not only improving our perceptions, our ability to perceive more and more subtle energetic sensations and movements, but we're also almost flushing out that meridian band. So we're increasing our supply, our ability to detect and move that supply, and also the supply lines that are right throughout our body. Just releasing that side. Doing exactly the same on the other side now, so taking the left arm out to the side, bending it up into a right angle stop sign, and then just rolling. Rolling back, just opening up. Bearing in mind that each side might be different. So just settling in. Again, whether you choose to support your head on a block or not is up to you. Finding that edge, that physical edge and the scapula. Relaxing the muscle. As the muscle relaxes, maybe we need to just adjust a little bit more. Maybe we're going a little bit deeper, or maybe we're coming out a little bit. Settling in and finding that stillness. Finding that stillness that we need. We need the clarity that the stillness gives us. Just take our attention down to the middle finger of the left hand, the inside of the middle finger. And then gently as we inhale, drawing the energy up the inside finger, across the palm, wrist, forearm, the inside of the upper arm, up around the armpit. And then exhaling, move that energy all the way back down the inside of the arm, wrist, palm, finishing at the inside tip, the middle finger. Again, just continue with that at your own pace. Making any adjustments you need to. Although we talk about finding stillness in all of our postures, as we've said a number of times, it's not a rigid, I must never move stillness. It's more of a don't fidget stillness. If we need to back out of a posture, then obviously we should. If we feel that there's an opportunity, if that edge has moved out and we can move a little bit deeper or want to, then again we should feel free to do that. Just a couple more times now. Really drawing that energy up. Middle finger, left hand, up, palm, across the palm, the wrist, forearm, upper arm, looping up around the armpit. Exhaling, moving that energy all the way back down the inside of the left arm, wrist, across the palm, to the inner fingertip, middle finger. And now gently, just releasing. Going for another rebound, so you can do a rebound here on your front if you prefer, since we're there. Wherever you are, closing the eyes, relaxing the muscles in the arms and legs, taking the attention straight away to the target area we've just been working, so the upper arms, the shoulders. Just becoming aware of sensations as they arise. What are they? Where are they? Where are they going? Maybe they're using the Meridian pathway or band that we've been working with, so maybe they're moving down the inside of the arm to the middle finger, or maybe you feel them somewhere else in the arms. Just taking note, observing. Now staying, if you're already on your front, just staying lying on your front. If not, we're going to want to come to a posture lying on our front, and we're going to work this time with the triple burner again, so the outside of the arm. So our physical target area is going to be the scapula, the outside of the arm, and our meridian target area is going to be the triple burner. There are two ways to do this posture. There's the one arm at a time, if I call it that, the one arm at a time approach, which Vanessa will demonstrate, or we can use both arms at the same time, which I can demonstrate. So in the case of Vanessa, she's just going to take her left hand through on her side, and then she's just going to roll forward onto the left arm there. And in my case, I'm going to take the left arm in front of the right arm, crossing both over, extending both arms out, and just allowing my weight to come forward onto the arms. Now, whichever position or whichever option you choose, again, we just want to be finding our edge, physical edge, relaxing the muscles in the shoulder, the outside of the arms. And finding some stillness. And that stillness, we're just going to take our attention down to, in Vanessa's case with the arm that's through, she's going to take her attention down to the fingernail of the ring finger on the left hand. And she inhales, just going to draw that energy up the outside of the left arm, all the way up the outside of the left arm, coming up the shoulder, re-emerging the neck, around the ear, side of the head, up to the forehead, exhaling all the way back down, forehead, ear, shoulder, outside of the arm, all the way down the outside of the left arm, finishing up at the fingernail of the ring finger on the left hand. Okay, just continue with that. In the case of the posture that I've adopted, you tend to get the sensation in both arms. It may be stronger in one than the other. But then when Vanessa switches to the other side, we'll swap our arms over just to ensure that we're getting an even distribution. Inhaling, drawing the energy up. Left arm all the way up the outside of the left arm, up to the shoulder, to the head of the neck, up the side of the head, forehead, all the way back down the side of the head, shoulder, outside of the arm, back down to the left hand ring finger. Now gently swap into the other side. So in Vanessa's case, she'll just swap. She'll take her right arm under and roll over onto it. I'll just swap around my arm, so I've got the other arm in front. And again, I just find that first point of resistance, that physical edge. Once we find that, just relax the muscles in the upper body, shoulders, upper arms. And then we find stillness. Relaxed, calm, physical and mental stillness. And that allows us to move our attention now to start tuning into the triple burner or Jiao Meridian, starting at the ring finger on the right hand. And as we inhale, drawing that energy, or just drawing that line up the outside of the arm, all the way up the outside of the arm to the shoulder, internalising, re-emerging in the neck, the right hand side of the head, up around the right ear, side of the head to the forehead. And exhale back down, forehead, side of the head, ear, neck, shoulder, all the way back down the outside of the right arm, across the back of the hand to that right hand ring finger. So maybe coordinated with the breath, just continue with that movement or observation of energy. Mindfully noting all sensations as you trace or actually move the energy up through that meridian. Remembering we're working with meridian bands in our practice, we're not practicing acupuncture, we're not having a precise path of a meridian, it's more about bands within which the energy can move. The energy here is moving from the ring finger all the way up the outside of the arm, shoulder, neck, side of the head to the forehead, and all the way back down. Flushing out that meridian band. Improving or teaching us how to perceive that energy each time we practice. And ensuring that our store of chi is maintained. In that way, using those three effects, we can move towards the goal of the yin yoga practice, which is the harmonisation of the flow of qi throughout the body. And then next inhale, getting ready for a rebound, so just maintaining your position lying on your front if you want, or turning over onto your back if you prefer. Bringing the eyes to a close. Arms and legs relaxed. Taking the attention to the target area we've just been working, so the upper body, the arms, the shoulders. And tuning into the more subtle, energetic sensations of the body. Seeing what arises. Maybe comparing this to our last rebound. Can we actually feel in this rebound more sensation on the outside of the arms versus the inside of the arms? Is there energy using the pathway, the Meridian pathway band that we've just worked with? Outside the arms, shoulders, side of the head. Just observing rather than moving. Just trying to note and compare. Ready for our next posture. You're going to want to come to either a seated or lying on your back. So for this posture, either a block, I think Vanessa will demonstrate with the block, and I'll demonstrate with a bolster. But our physical target area is going to be the front of the body, maybe some of the back thoracolumbar. But the meridian that we're interested in this posture is the pericardium again, so inside of the middle finger, the inside of the arm. And the way that we're going to target that is by placing either our bolster or our block in the middle of the back. If you're using a block, I guess you've got a few options there in terms of which way you angle the block to get a different height. But I'd really just start on the lowest and most stable height for now. And then we're just going to allow our body to fold over the block or the bolster. Arms at our side for now. Just finding that physical edge. You can even use a block if you want to support the head, or just allow the head to fall. Head relaxing as we relax the muscles. We might find the posture opens up a little bit. And then we're just going to move our hands, our arms gently to a stop sign. And then we find stillness. physical, mental stillness. Allowing us to take our attention down to the middle finger of both hands. And with our attention there on the next inhale, just drawing the energy up from the middle finger all the way up the inside of the arms, up around the armpit, just circling around there, and then exhaling, coming all the way back down the inside of the arms, forearm, wrists, across the palm, ending up at the inside of the middle finger. Just continuing with that movement or observation at your own pace. Maybe feeling the arms just falling back to the mat on the floor as the body opens up. Try to maintain the focus on the energetic movement rather than the physical sensations of the posture. Flushing that energy through the meridian. All the time perceiving more and more subtle sensations and movements. And maybe even starting to be able to move that energy rather than just follow or watch it. Releasing the block of the bolster. Getting ready for our Shavasana now, so just maintaining your position, lying on your back on the mat. Legs and arms relaxed at a comfortable distance from the body. Drawing the eyes to a close if you're comfortable. Or again, just looking at the ceiling and defocusing. Relaxing deeply all the muscles, all the limbs in the body. Letting the mat support you. Maybe feeling the body just sinking a little bit into the earth. As always, allowing the earth to support you. As we did at the beginning of the practice, Taking our attention to the breath, natural breathing, feeling the movement of cold air over the tip of the nostrils as we breathe in, and the movement of warmer air as we exhale again through the nostrils. Inhaling, exhaling. Maybe feeling the movement of the belly rising and falling as we breathe. Now taking our single focus point, take it down to the middle fingers of both hands. From there, just gently draw a line up the inside of both arms, up towards the armpits, looping around, and just drawing a line all the way back down the inside of the arms, wrists, palms, finishing up again at the inside fingertip, middle finger. Do that one more time as we do it this time. Just almost do a scan as we move up through the meridian. Finger, palm, wrist, forearm, upper arm, towards the shoulder, looping up around the armpit, and then all the way down through the inner arm, forearm, wrist, palm, fingertip. And moving to the nail on the ring finger of both hands, and do exactly the same. We're going to scan as we move our attention all the way up. That finger, that ring finger, back of the hand, outside of the arms, up to the shoulder, the side of the neck, up past the ears, side of the head, meeting at the forehead, all the way back down, forehead, side of the head, ear, neck, shoulder, outside of the arms, ending up at the nail on the ring finger of each hand. So those are the two meridians that we've worked today. I hope you can sense that there's some benefit in the energy that we've moved through those in the last 90 minutes. And when you're ready, the next inhale, maybe rolling over to one side and just coming up gently to a seated position. Just taking your time, keeping the gaze down towards the mat or the floor. A couple of deep breaths here. Just bringing the energy back into the body, back into the room. Namaste. We hope that you enjoyed the practice. Namaste.